just going to do a little readings here. I'm going to start, let's see, do I even have a pen in here? Okay, how's it going? What I want to do is some readings for some of my people who have reached out to me for readings. I'm going to just do them on here. And you can guess which one is yours. We'll do number 1, describe. Oops. Okay, so this first reading, so the central energy, the energy right now, if this is you, is the scribe. So it could be about learning, it could be about teaching, understanding something differently for the first time. And it brings up like, watch for someone who can help you grow. What's stopping you here is the 7 of Scrolls. So the 7 of Scrolls is like 7 of Swords, right? So being afraid is basically what that is, as far as like a meaning. 7 of Swords, right? It's kind of like this, I'm afraid to do that, you know? Maybe you don't even know why. So let's look in the past here. We've got the winged messengers, 2 of Cups. So if this is a spiritual reading, which I believe it is, this could be about a message that you received from Spirit. Yeah. Could be another message card, Page of Wands. It could be even like how to do something, right? Like spiritually or magically, like if you're inclined. We all have spiritual gifts, right? And I think you learned this as a child, but for some reason I feel like maybe you don't know what to do with it. You don't know what to do, right? This could be about a group of people, right? Lots and lots of messages. So I do feel like you're being given messages like in the past, right? And it could be maybe about, you know, something you've been hanging on to for a long time, like a grudge, right? Or something like that, right? You're hanging on to something, maybe even since you were a kid, with all those pages there, right? So that's in the past, and I feel like this could be a family thing, right? Tell me what this teaching card of the scribe is. A love, King of Cups. So it could be like you have learned a lot about love, or you have an opportunity to, right? But something's in your way. Again, with the child, you have the message. You've received the message. I feel like there's some healing going on here. But definitely 9 of Cups coming in. So that means wish fulfillment, right? So you have a fear to either teach or learn about love, but that's where you're at. You're in that mode. Like, you've learned so much about love. You know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't you want to teach that if you've learned what love really is? Especially in this world we're living in now. No one really gets it, you know? Like, how do we make it rain? I don't know, but it's you that's figuring it out with that 9 of Cups. You're making it rain. Um, I do feel like there's a big, strong connection to the other side, whoever this is for, right? Someone in the root system, I have the 4 of Roses, which is views of the ego. This is about someone selfish. And this card brings into the question, like, have I stayed in this situation too long? Have I stayed with this energy too long? Um, and Spirit is saying, well, this person probably isn't going to change, but they are definitely in the foundation. You know? I feel like, yeah, you're going to have to walk away. You're going to have to cut yourself free. You know, there's someone very, very negative, very, very in love with themselves here, that's in your midst that you need to let go of. I feel like they're causing you confusion and maybe even blocking your messages. You know what I mean? From Spirit, because you're worried all the time. You know what I mean? Worried. You feel stuck to this person somehow, you know, but you aren't. You can cut yourself free anytime. It is someone selfish. It's someone who thinks they can do anything. And you feel stuck, right? Give me one more on the ego and the 8 of Swords. So this is the root system here, right? Okay, so Ace of Wands. I feel like 7 of Pentacles, didn't we have that? No. Okay, so I feel like the Ace of Wands is like, I feel like this person, whoever it is kind of like, I don't know, shitting on your sunshine, kind of. Blocking you from the incoming messages from Spirit, like even into like intuition, but also like great ideas. You know what I mean? I feel like it's very important that you get rid of this person out of your life. You know what I mean? You need to cut ties with them, put a boundary up, and walk away, because they're really trying to steal your fire, you know? And it looks like, I mean, this is in your root system, so this is a deep, deep wound here, is what I'm seeing. Okay, so up in your heart, you know, like up here is where this is what your higher self would like to say to you, things that you don't know. 5 of Keys, which is the 5 of Pentacles. This card from the Akashic realm, this 5 of Keys is about wishes coming true, having everything you need, everything that you want, life fulfilled. Look at all that bounty, like, you know, like a harvest, all that food everywhere. It looks beautiful, like a beautiful home. So it's saying, like, even though you don't know it, your wishes are coming true. And look, it's here for a second time. This 9 of Cups is also a wish fulfillment. 6 of Scrolls. This is about an opportunity that you don't want to miss, okay? You're not done. So it's saying, like, whatever you're working on, or whatever you know, like maybe you've been working on something and you're thinking like, God, I'm never going to get this finished. I'm never going to be able. Don't say that to yourself. You're not done. Even if you think you are, there's a new opportunity coming in and you definitely don't want to miss it. Your higher self is saying it right here, you know, like don't bug out on this one. Then the Lookout card comes out, and I was thinking like, dang, this is a rough card. You know, 17. This is a challenge. There's a challenge coming in. I don't think that you know about it, because this is hidden energy that your higher self knows that you do not. So here's what it's saying. Like, there's a challenge coming in. Be on the lookout. keep your balance. This is only temporary. There could be a sudden fall or a loss of position. Look at where this guy's at. He's on a burning boat. And he's clear up here with binoculars trying to shout down to everybody else like, you need to go this way, you need to go that way, or we got incoming missiles or whatever this guy's talking about, right? So it's telling me like there's a challenge coming in. This doesn't really surprise me with the planets today. Like it's the moon. I mean, no, it's Mars squaring a whole bunch of things. Mars is the planet of war, you know. So I feel like right now is a good time to just not make any big moves, right? Just not making any big moves. Okay, and so then in your, let's clarify up here. Tell me what the opportunity is. It's something about work. 8 of Pentacles. Some kind of like maybe new job opportunity or something. It's something you want because that first card was wish fulfillment. Chariot card. Now this could be about, you know, driving, like it's movement, right? It could be a car. It can also, where's my, I don't know what I, there it is. Sorry, I got a new phone. That's the one I'm recording on, but I haven't figured out how to like wake up the phone part. I think I need to call the company or something. I thought you could just lay the phones together. It transferred everything, including those gratitude alarms. So anyway, so I got a new phone so I could talk to you guys. My old phone just was not doing it. So you could have a job that requires you to travel coming in. It is something that you want. Because of the wish fulfillment card, right? It's something you desire. Hanged Man card, clarifying up here with this. So some kind of new perspective, or could feel stuck energy, like it might take a minute, right? This to get off the ground. That's the Hanged Man energy. Or it could be this lookout thing. Like, what the hell is the lookout? Let's clarify the lookout. What's going on that burning boat? Wheel of Fortune coming on in here. So something that's destined, something that needs to happen. It could be happening in order to give you a different perspective. And 6 of Wands. Let me look. Okay. So the 6 of Wands is about success. It's about people looking up to you. It's about winning. There's nothing bad about the 6 of Wands. It's all good, you know? And that's kind of what I'm thinking is happening here. So there's some kind of opportunity. And it says, whatever you're doing, don't give up. Something is changing. You're not finished. Wheel of Fortune's coming out saying like, everything's turning around. I feel like the lookout card, it kind of reminds me of almost like the Tower in a way. And I kind of feel like that is sort of like a warning in some way. That things could fall apart, right? But I think this is happening because it's a major arcana, right? So it's definitely happening for your benefit. And it's definitely probably about alignment with the Chariot, because that's about complete alignment, body, mind, soul. The Hanged Man is about seeing it from a new perspective, you know what I mean? Like from your soul's perspective even. It's time that we're doing that, you know what I mean, in our lives. The Wheel of Fortune is almost causing it. So, wow. Let's look at the Treasure, 2 of Keys in the future. The treasure. What is the treasure? So the Two of Keys is like the Two of Pentacles, right? Let me just explain about the card, the treasure. This guy is gone. He's been gone all day, and he comes home, and someone broke in, and they, you know, they took his treasure. They broke open the treasure box, and they took whatever was inside of it. So let's clarify, why is that happening in the future? King of Wands. Ten of Wands. Knight of Wands. Lots of wands. Seven of Pentacles. Do I stay or should I go? Now, so the treasure has been stolen, right? And then the first card clarifying is King of Wands. This is a fire sign, and there's a lot of wands here. How come? I don't know. King of Wands, Knight of Wands is somebody who follows their passion. It looks to me like this is a pain in the ass situation, Ten of Wands. And it looks to me like whoever this is for, you're fed up with it. And you're asking yourself, God, should I even put any more effort into this? I don't know. Should I stay or should I go? Hermit cards at the bottom of the deck. This is a matter for your higher self. You know what I mean? The Hermit. So maybe this treasure, whatever it is, was taken from you for the reason for you to kind of go inside and really take a look at what you're doing, where you're going, what you really want. I don't know what the treasure is that's lost, though. I really kind of do want to know. What is it? Two of Wands. Two of Wands is your ability to... Two of Wands is clarifying the Two of Pentacles. It's a decision, you know. This is about... The treasure was your ability to decide what way you wanted to go. And somehow, I think it kind of got offset, like you had something in mind and then it changed. Oh my God, Two of Cups. This could have to do with a boss. It could have to do with a husband. It could have to do definitely with love, for sure. And here we go with a World card. So there is a cycle closing out here. With this treasure that you lost. When I look at this whole lineup here, I mean, this could definitely look like, or it feels to me like a relationship. You know what I mean? A relationship maybe that was very passionate. You chose it. And then maybe it just didn't, it says the treasure was taken. So I don't know what that means, but it could mean anything. You know what I mean? Like, it could mean that, you know, someone else came and took your partner somehow, right? So it just ended this whole cycle. So whatever was taken from you it's definitely over. And I think that this explains a lot about what you're going to be teaching about. Because remember right at the very beginning, and I said, you're teaching about love. Because the King of Cups, when you look at, here's the Queen right here. So yeah, this is, you're teaching about love. It's funny that the King of Love is at the bottom of the deck of this one too. So it is about love. And I do feel like you have some kind of hard thing going on here. But I think it's about to turn around. But I don't think it feels like that right now. Like, I feel like you feel like you're gonna topple over on that boat. You know what I mean? So, wow. Let me see if I can get some advice for you guys. Should I? Let's see what the advice might be. We'll get a whole nother deck. So, give me some advice for person number one. This is person number one. If you are listening, it's probably you. Okay, so the Sun. Focus on the Sun. There is a new beginning. Oh my gosh. And 10 of Cups. You're surrounded by love. Then here comes the Lovers. So your advice is to focus on the sun. And there's something new coming in. And it is going to warm you up like 10 of Cups. It is a lover. And that is your advice. You know, so I do feel like there is something new coming in. You know, it's even over here. You know, you've got an Emperor. After all of this sadness and stuff and all this stuff that's broke down, there's something new coming in right behind it. So I think that's pretty beautiful. Okay, so that's your advice. Let's move on to a second reading. I'll get some different cards and we'll ask okay, let's get some new cards and we'll start with the second person. Let me see what number, what time is it? 21:34. Okay, someone's getting a new breath of life here. Ace of Wands, a new idea. It's breathing life into you. Oh my God, there's also a new love. Ace of Cups. In the past, I see some shadow work being done there. Up top, throat chakra, love, healing, and sun. That's beautiful. Lots of major arcanas. Person number 2 could be you. If it resonates, let me know. Okay. All right. Well, you have definitely tons of major arcanas, which tells me, like, you know, you probably got a lot of like returns or something going on in your chart. You're learning a lot right this minute. So right this minute, you've got some kind of new vitality. This is the Ace of Wands. I mean, this is like color and life being breathed into you. Your challenge is a new love. There's a new love coming in. Something like that. In the past, I see the Moon card. This is about you confronting your past, your shadow, your inner child. You can see it on this card too because of the shadow. Look at how tiny. It's like he's looking back at his childhood and he's going, I think I need to deal with some of this stuff, right? So it looks like I'm talking to somebody who has done that. In the root system, what I see is there is the Emperor, Trust card, and Movement, which is Chariot. It's the Chariot card. So I feel like, you know, there's a new beginning here with the 0 card, trusting your higher self. I feel like if this is in your root system, then I think you're extremely okay with following the lead of your soul. You know what I mean? I feel like you are intertwined with your soul here with this card. You know, your body, mind, soul are acting as one. I do feel like you also have kind of like a God-given ability to lead people. And I think it's important that you know that in this time of history being made, right? Now, up in your higher self, like this is the things that your higher self knows, but you don't. Throat chakra, it's about being able to speak your truth. Maybe about love, maybe about the way you feel about love or about the way it's treated you. I feel like being able to speak about this is what heals you, you know? The sun is also here saying that, you know, focusing on positive things is very healing as well. And I think your higher self just wants you to know that. This is a beautiful reading, person number 2. In the future, what I see is 2 threes, which is definitely angelic support and help, right? With the reach out card. I do feel like this could be like a big change for you, taking on this nurturing energy of the Empress. Or maybe there's an Empress coming in, you know, that's just being sent to you. This is a beautiful reading, person number 2. So let's clarify the Ace of Wands. Like, what's coming in here? Oh, I got the... Tell me what the Ace of Wands is for person number 2. New vitality. 5 of Wands. The Chariot and the Fool. You got the Fool here. So there's a new beginning here. I feel like some of you could be getting like a new car, right? I do feel like there's an alignment coming though. You have it again, Chariot 2 times. So definitely an alignment. Look at you have the Fool card and the Chariot card together here in a whole different deck. So I feel like since this is in your root system, I feel like you're gonna go for it. Like you got a new aha moment, like a new, I don't know, plan. I think it involves other people and maybe movement. Like, you know, like either moving or driving or something like, you know what I mean? Movement. And then the Fool, you're completely 100% trusting your higher self. Your challenge is love, a new start in love, something, right? Tell me about the Ace of Cups. It's a new beginning, it's an offer, and it's Spirit giving it to you. This is your challenge. Like you have a new opportunity in love. It's like, here you go. It's Spirit. They are looking at you. Look at all the aces. 3 aces in the center. All brand new beginnings. I love that. Let's look and see what this Confront card is here about. This is the Moon card, right? Confronting your shadows. It looks to me like you've dealt with a lot of stuff. Like you've already done the work, the shadow work. Maybe you are a very big at, you know, good at self-love, right? I think, yeah, you are totally and completely loving on yourself. I also feel like 2 of Cups is here. You know, let's clarify the 2 of Cups. Why is the 2 of Cups here with the Moon? 2 of Cups is usually like a soul connection. Okay. So it looks to me like you had some shadow work about a love situation is what it looks like. And honestly, this could be about childhood. Like maybe the way your parents treated you or sibling rivalry or, you know what I mean? Being made fun of as a kid, like any of that. And it could have like rearranged the way you feel about love. It just does work like that, you know, like we're... So look at, there's another Chariot card. That's a 3rd time. What are you guys doing? I feel like some of you could be moving. Some of you get a new car. And some of you, it's about alignment. And I do believe it's about alignment because you have the Emperor, Empress here. You have a brand new beginnings all over the damn place. And then this Chariot, which is your soul driving the car, you know? So tell me, what is this lead card, which is the Emperor, clarified by the Six of Wands. Whatever you're doing, whatever you're leading in, people admire you, you know? And it looks to me like, because of the card I'm looking at with this one, this is the Emperor. But you see how in the back there's no color in that person? But then he gets the scroll of knowledge and he gets the courage to stand up and walk forward. Yeah. So whatever you're being called to lead at, I think you're going to be successful. Trust your higher self. Tell me where you're jumping. Where is this number 2 pile jumping? What? Where are you going? Toward money. Yeah, you are really leading the way to something really prosperous, money-wise. You know, when you're in the Emperor energy, you have no fear. You're not scared. You go in new direction. You don't care what anyone thinks. And here you're the King of Pentacles, you know, which is like he turns everything into gold, you know. So definitely very cool energy. Tell me about this move card here for the Chariot. The Six of Pentacles. This is about making things fair for people, you know. I love this card and I'm going to show it to you because look, it's got every color of hand on there. Every color. And look, the flowers are for everyone, not just one color. Okay, I just thought I'd point that out because I think it's important. Because there's this movement card, the Chariot card, is being clarified by that beautiful card with all those hands. Reaching up and being given something beautiful, something lovely from Spirit, looks like. This is really beautiful. Six of Wands, King of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. All clarifying these major arcanas. Someone's winning. Someone's going to have a lot of money. And then they're sharing it with everyone. So whoever I'm talking to, this is how you feel. Because this is your root system. This is, if you don't resonate with this part, then it's not for you. Because this person wants to share. And they always have, ever since they were a kid. And I think your opportunity to do just that is right here with all these aces in the middle. You have a new idea. You have a new way of making money. And you have a new viewpoint of love. The way you see other people. You see what's happening here is, look at the eye in the middle of the heart. This card is so powerful in my opinion because you're looking at everything with love. Everything. Every creation, everything around you, every human being, right? Love abounds and Spirit is blessing you for it. They are. The Eight of Wands is Spirit honed in on you, protecting you, guiding you, loving you, and helping you go through the changes. Eight of Wands. So let's look and see what your higher self has to say because there's a big card up here. I also want to point out that you've got a lot of sixes here. You've got Six of Wands, you've got Six of Pentacles, you've got the Six of Swords up here, and then you've got the Lovers, which is the number 6 card. So keep that in mind with synchronicities coming on in, you know, because sometimes when you get a big reading like this and you know it's yours, then you can remember like, oh my God, she said 66, 66. You also have 33 right on top of each other here. So just keep in mind those numbers are dangerously close to going 369, which is Spirit. You know, I love this whole spiritual thing. Okay, so this up here is the throat chakra is about speaking, right? So it could be saying that you are having a hard time speaking your truth. Like, and I'm talking about when you get a lump in your throat. The other day, I was doing a reading here at the house for someone, and I couldn't even, like, I was picking up on everything she was feeling. And I said it to her. I'm like, I feel like I can't speak right now. You know what I mean? Like, I have a lump in my throat. And I looked at her and I said, do you? And she said, yeah. And so I feel like it could be something like that, the throat chakra. So let's clarify it. Spirit, what do you want to say about the throat chakra up here? Emperor, don't be afraid. That's so twice, yep, and having confidence. So yeah, that's what it's saying. Thank you for the double clarification there. So I feel like there's something that you need to speak about. You need to tell your truth about something. Now, whether it's, whatever you figured out over here in the past about your shadow work, it is definitely 100% about love and probably humanitarianism and fairness, because I see it in this card, with all the hands getting the flowers. They're going to everyone. It's not just one color, right? So I feel like definitely talking about humanity as a whole being connected. You can even see on this card, you can even see the figure 8, which is the infinity symbol. You know what I mean? There's a lot of, and here too, I mean, it's clarifying the infinity symbol with that one. So I just feel like there's a lot of big changes going on, and I feel like you're going to be called to speak and take the lead in something. And I feel like you could be very afraid of that, but I feel like, it's going to work. Tell me about the lovers. Why is the lovers here? Because someone walked away and you're sad about it. You've been sad about it. And that's what you need to speak about. Love. What is it? What does it feel like? Right? That's what it seems like it's saying. Like, King of Swords gives off this energy of, I kind of like the King of Swords because he's so tapped in, like to, like, all the card, well, maybe not the original deck, but like this one even, like, look who's guiding him, that eagle, right? And he's just tapped into all that is. He's on a mountain, he's grounded, he's listening to his higher self, he's taking the lead from the from the eagle or whatever it is right there, right? So tapped in, tuned in, turned on, and not afraid to speak his truth. And he makes decisions only on truth, only on the things he has learned from spirit. So I think that's important. Tell me about healing begins here. The Six of Swords right there. Tell me what's healing up for pile number 2. Okay, 4 of Pentacles. You trying to hide. You trying to keep in the background. You don't want to be seen. It's like you're trying to hide yourself in plain sight, right? I feel like this is a learning of your strength with the strength card here. I feel like you're understanding what your whole life has given you. And that is how we heal. You take some bad shit situation and you realize like what it really did for you. What did you do next? What happened after that? What happened after that? Because it's like something major happens and it hurts us, right? But it also changes our direction. And I feel like when we realize that part, we receive the strength, right? When we realize like, wow, that really did make me more aware. It made me more loving. Because I think your whole thing is based on love. And it's brotherly love. It's like worldwide conglomerate love, right? Like you are wanting love for everyone, not just a certain group of people, you know? Okay, so let's look at the sun card because that's about you being like the shiniest dot in the sky, you know, this card. You know, it's like once you heal, once you find that strength, once you really embrace the fact like of who you freaking are and take the lead, then that's your time to absolutely shine. You know what I mean? Clarify the sun. Oh, clarify the sun. It's with a star. So the star is about, it's about wish fulfillment. It's also about healing, right? So this could be saying to you, you know, focus on the beautiful things that are in your life right now. Because I feel like, I mean, I've been saying this on this channel for the whole time, but I feel like great gratitude is kind of the saving energy. You know what I mean? Like you're feeling really shitty. Like write a list of all the shit that you have around you that you're grateful for, you know? Even if it seems silly, you know, I'm grateful I have that green dress. It makes me feel beautiful or whatever, you know what I mean? I'm grateful I have shoes, right? So many people probably don't, right? And I'm like a shoe whore. I have lots of shoes. Okay, so reach out. This is the Three of Pentacles. And this is about absolute being supported by spirit. You know, here you are sitting there. Reach out. King of Cups. Another love card, right? So this could be saying that there's going to be an offer of love coming in soon, but you're a little bit afraid of it. But it's a good match. Queen of Cups, and it's 10 of Cups. So this tells me that someone's attracted to you, and it could be an emperor empress situation. I feel like your higher self is guiding you here, you know. Someone's attracted to your beauty, your energy of the empress, your creativity, right? So I think something big is changing here. But I think the more important part of every time you look at these cards is really, what are the major arcanas and what are you learning? So I'm going to go through it right now. You're learning how to take the lead and not be afraid. You're learning to go in any direction, and you know that you can handle it, right? You trust your higher self. I do see like alignment, body, mind, soul, infinity. The nurture card, this is the Empress. Do you see that you have the Emperor and the Empress in a brand new beginning, and also the Chariot card, which tells this is a union that is not only meant to happen, it's beautiful and loving. And sunshine card, Leo, and the Lovers card, Gemini. The throat chakra isn't technically a major arcana, but I feel like it's important, you know, because I feel like there's something that here that you need to talk about, right? But these are the lessons you're going through. You're learning how to be a nurturer and a creator, and to how to respect and love that part of you. Man, woman, child, it doesn't matter. You're learning that you are the creator, right? And equally important, the masculine, because the masculine has no fear. They are in unison with the Empress. And when we carry these two energies together, are we or are we not exactly that? You know, so this could be about body, mind, soul alignment, masculine, feminine energy alignment, all of the above, right? I feel like you're going in a new direction and you're trusting your higher self, which is beautiful. I feel like there's going to be some movement. You're going to feel a lot more connected to not only your soul, your body, and your mind being connected, but you're going to feel it with other people, places, things, creation. You're going to feel it. And it's going to mean more to you than you ever knew it could. And then it's going to be this time for you. It's your turn. It's your obligation. It's your timeline to shine that love that you have just pouring out of you, because it's everywhere. Like, I don't know, but this is a beautiful reading. Brand new beginnings, brand new beginnings. But I do feel like the most important part are these ones. So these are the energies that you're going to be going through on purpose on your soul's path. You're going to feel that creativity. You're going to feel that fearlessness. You're going to feel the compilation of both of those inside of you, and you're going to love it. And that's when you're going to go, let's go. Let's go, babe. Come on, spirit. I can't wait for the next ride. And it looks pretty beautiful to me. So that's pile number 2. Also, the other one was the moon card, right? Confronting your, your shadow side. Tapping into that shadow side and loving on that little person that went through whatever it went through, right? I'm sure it went through a lot. Everybody's got a story about their childhood, because we're born and raised in wherever we're raised, right? With whatever beliefs we're raised in. Okay, let me see how long have I been on. 6. We'll do one more. How about that? 46:33. Okay, we'll do pile number 3. This is for third pile. Let's see. I was gonna do a whole nother deck here. We've been so spiritual today, but I love that part. Let's get this deck. Let's see, this is kind of crazy. I was gonna do all signs reading. I just don't feel like it. It takes like 2 or 3 hours, and I don't have enough people watching to do 12 signs. I'll do 3 readings. That's what I decided. Okay. Okay, so what we have here, somebody who's cautious and nervous. And inspired. And the star card, hope, dream, inspiration. Okay. So it looks to me like you have somebody around you that's, selfish, trickery. Let me get a brand new deck here that I haven't used yet. Clarify the fox, spirit. Oh my God. Are you guys noticing what just happened with all the cards? 14. 1 plus 4 is 5. 23. 2 plus 3 is 5. 32. 3 plus 2 is 5. And then you have the star. So there's 3 5s on the table already. OMG, what's going on with that? That is about very quick change, just alone. But if this is resonating with you, you might want to watch out for 555. See what's going on when you see it. See what it wants to tell you. I feel like the 4 of Wands. So this trickery person, there's caution for someone who thought that they had the perfect relationship and ended up in a heartbreak. Okay, tell me about the stress card. This is the mouse card. It means stress, nerves, depletion, thefts, disease, or flawed. Somebody who really doesn't feel like they're enough. Okay, so this is about a decision that needs to be made. Okay, so you've got three twos and a page. So I feel like this is all about being afraid to decide things. And I understand this because there's something about here saying like ever since you were a kid, like you stayed away from it. You're like, I feel like you don't even want to tell what your opinion is about stuff. You know what I mean? So like you're in a room and everybody's talking, but you can't tell how you feel because there's something here like you feel like, and it happened when you were a kid. Like, shut up. We don't want to hear what you have to say. You're here to be seen and not heard. And I don't know if anybody's old enough to have parents like that, but I kind of did. And honest to God, like, I still have a very hard time saying how I feel unless I'm so fucking mad I'm going to scream it. You know what I mean? Like, I sort of like stay to myself. And I've done it since I was a child. This is exactly what this is saying. So I don't know if that's your story, but that's what it made me think of when I pulled it out of there. Let's clarify the moon. This is about praise. It's about emotion, imagination, intuition, and inspiration. I feel like somebody has a great idea, and sometimes what I'm feeling like is like you have a great new idea and a new opportunity to go in a brand new direction with the zero card. You know, that's the Fool. And you have an opportunity here, but for some reason, I mean, it's this kid thing. It's this thing, this inability to decide, inability to express yourself because you feel like a small. Now, that's what I'm seeing here. So you have an opportunity to go in a new direction over here. Let's see if it's a wish fulfillment. I mean, look at, but like, see, you're feeling like you don't want to share it because of this. I was right. Remember all the fives? Well, here's the first five rearing its ugly head in the tarot right here. This is the Five of Swords. And this is somebody that's a knife maker. And he's trying to sell the knife to this guy who's obviously very rich and very full of himself by the peacock feather in his hat and all that. He's dressed kind of fancy, right? And he's trying to, so this guy over here is just trying to like sell the knives. He needs to buy some groceries for home. And this guy, look at him. Look at his face. I mean, he's looking like those knives aren't that good. You know, I don't know if they're worth all that, right? So, like, the reason I told you that whole damn story is because you have an opportunity to do something new. And you can't accept it. You can't do it. You're afraid. Now, this card, interestingly enough, it's talking about praise, feeling, emotion, imagination, intuition, inspiration. Okay? So I feel like there's someone, whoever is resonating with pile number 3, I feel like you feel like you're not enough to do it, to try it. And you can't even, I feel like I'm talking to someone who can't even accept a compliment. You're beautiful. Oh no, I'm not. And it's because something like this happened at some point. And it could be about work. It could be about you personally. Who knows? But it tells me that there's fear with this jumping into this new idea, this new way, right? Here's what else is happening. That just didn't come out by itself. I was just explaining them all. So you have the 0 card, a new beginning, and then this five of swords. Like you're reflecting back, and you're going like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm really good enough or not, right? So then we have this Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Cups is about surrender. Definitely moon-like emotions, you know, like the feeling, right? She loves so hard, and she feels everything. So what does a person have to do when they're feeling every single thing? Surrender. They need to surrender so that they can make things balanced, so that spirit can balance it out in your head, right? And then the Ace of Cups is about love, so that you can get back to that place where you love yourself, so that you can get to that place where you're meant to be, right? Tell me about the Star card. This is really, it's about getting to your goal. It's about reaching your achievement. It's about wishes coming true. It's about inspiring thoughts, hopes, dreams, right? It's inspiration. You're learning something new. Page of Swords. Now, this card, this deck is very, very witchy, and I really love it. And that's what this little kid is learning, you know? And she's definitely being guided by not only the moon, but the owl, which is spirit. She's got a candle going. She's got that sword. She's asking for truth. She's searching for it. She has a book right there, open on the table. She wants truth, right? I feel like you're trying to learn who you are, what your power is, and you're going to learn it. You will. But I also want to show you what comes out with it. That's the Eight of Swords. It's about feeling like you're not enough. Look at the bottom of the deck, Five of Pentacles. So whoever I'm talking about, you definitely have some kind of feeling about yourself that you've been carrying your whole life. And it's not really a beautiful feeling. You maybe were treated, you know, like, go shut up and we don't care what you think when you were a kid. So you are quiet. You don't tell how you feel. You don't speak it, you know. I feel like this probably could have started inside the family, and it could have even looked like everything was great, and you know what I mean, like, oh, you have the best family, but deep down it wasn't like that. It squashed you in some way, and then you get this inability. I feel like I can see it right here with this Five of Swords that's talking about, you know, like, no, your knives are shit, man. They're not worth what you're asking for it. And this guy is probably thinking to himself, like, man, I tanned all the leather. You know, I wrapped all the, no one's going to get any blisters. Like, he's thinking of all the shit he did and maybe even trying to defend himself. And I think that the answer to this, like, it's stopping you. These feelings of inadequacy stop us from everything. They stop us from even walking toward our own light. You know, and like over here, this is no fooling around here. This is you and your higher self. Like, you are magic. And don't let anyone tell you you're not. You know what I mean? We all are. What do you think that spark of life comes from? Yeah, God. I mean, we all have a piece of him. So, like, we all have the ability to heal. We have the ability to love. We have the ability to create and to be who and what we want. But it's all these fives. Remember me telling you, like, showing you all the fives? This is definitely negative mindset. And now you have 5 of them. You have not only all these Lenormand or whatever they are up here, but you have 5 of them now. 5 fives showing up and saying, like, Spirit, we need to know the solution, man. We see the problem. We see it. I see the problem. It's a lack of self-confidence. It's a lack of self-love. It's a lack of, like, just trusting your beautiful God particle, you know? So, Spirit, tell me the advice. Like, what can we do here? Pile number 3. What can we do? Queen of Pentacles. Understand your value. The High Priestess. Tap into your higher self. Eight of Pentacles. Keep working on it. King of Cups. Lead with love all the time. Always choose yourself. King of Pentacles. Own your power. You have the power. Okay. So you definitely, I feel like this reading is about Pentacles and money. Okay. It is about love too, because you got the Ace of Cups, which is a new love. But I do feel like this advice is kind of about Pentacles. First of all, understand who you are and what you really can create. This guy's just working here. He's a woodworker. The High Priestess is about tuning into your higher self. The King of Cups is about love. The Two of Wands is about choosing yourself every time. You know, you have a choice to make. What are you going to choose? Choose you. What's going to make me move forward? What's going to benefit me? It's very important, and I know a lot of people feel like that's selfish. I talk to my kids about it all the time. But if you don't put yourself first, then you're never going to get anywhere. You keep putting everybody in front of yourself. And you end up like this. And you end up like, I don't know how to decide anything. And you end up like, I need a boundary around myself. And you end up like, yeah, maybe my knives are shit. And then you end up like, God, I can't really go up there and get warm because look at how shitty my clothes are. I'm not enough. That's what this reading is talking about. So I think that there's just some people that just really don't have enough love for themselves. And your advice is always to follow your intuition, which is the High Priestess. You know, it's hard to understand your value when someone has devalued you. But look around you and see who you are, really. You know what I mean? Look at the things that you make. It doesn't even matter what it is. It doesn't matter if you're a crafter, but like, I don't know, if you're a parent, look at your child. You made that. If you're a woman, you birthed that. You grew it inside you. What, and you think, what? Just that alone, I mean, just that power alone to like be able to be a mother is, I don't know, it's just such a beautiful honor in my opinion. And there's just no reason to ever feel like you're not worthy. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what you've created. I'm just using a child as an, for instance, because honestly, I mean, I've never created anything more beautiful than my children. So I was just using it as an example. But if you ever feel like what you've made isn't good enough, somebody says that to you, like, go back to the other thing. You know, go back to another thing that like your kids, like, I mean, you can't ever say anything negative about you. I can't. I love my kids. I don't even care what they do. They could do something so bad, I'd be their first person there to defend them, you know? I think my kids are just beautiful and perfect, right? And they're my creation. So I'm just saying to you, this can be true for anything that you've created in your life. And I just feel like you need to know that and own it. And that's when your life starts to change. You know, when you admit to yourself, like, God, I did pretty good. That was pretty good. Those are pretty fucking good knives. And my kids are fucking the most beautiful kids in the world, by the way, you know? So owning all of that is pretty important, I think. Instead of focusing on, I don't know, whatever makes you feel less. Anyway, I hope all that made sense to somebody, and I'm loving you guys. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. And let me see. I'll see if I can pull it up on my other phone and read all the comments if there is any. Oh man, there's lots of comments. Do I have to pay for a reading? My name is Garrett. Universe said hi. Hi, Joni. These are questions, like specific questions people are asking. Who's this reading for? I'm confused. Wow, I was just reading all the comments. I don't know what to say. I just did 3. I'm gonna go on here and put the time stamps on the reading, so it'll be like it's just 3 readings. And I did have people that watch me in mind, and I didn't say their names on purpose. And I mean, it is the collective, but it's also, I did have people in mind while I was doing each reading. So make sure and just pick one and see if it resonates for you. And maybe it can help you, you know, like we're all pretty good readings. So the first one was an Akashic deck reading. So I am going to go ahead and go. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the love. Joni, I love you so much. And of course, I was thinking of you. Um, so make sure and watch so that you can figure out which one is you. Love you. Bye.